The following podcast on the Your Own Pay podcast network will contain adult content. Listener discretion is advised. More information about this episode can be found at yourownpay.com.
So, follow-up. Looks like we have here some follow-up that you reached out to me literally right after we got done recording, I think it was, or it was the day after. I think it was even the same day, wasn't it?
I think it was the day after you actually reached out to me with this information.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. So, Audible.
Yeah,
what are they doing?
We were talking about Audible in our last episode where we discussed some of the subscriptions that we have, what we pay for, what we could get rid of, all that sort of stuff. And Audible was one of those subscriptions. And I went through this extremely elaborate explanation of how I have my Audible set up so that Tia has her account and I have my account so that I don't get recommendations for her books that she likes to read, because I don't read that genre of books. I don't read romance novels. I'm not too big into fantasy. But anyway, basically, there's a silver plan and you will get a credit every other month. But being on the silver plan still gave you access to the Audible Originals, which is a fairly new thing in Audible. That allows you to download some originals that they have recorded in the Audible studios. And I think they also pull a few books or something like that from different authors that they're allowed to put in there. But a lot of the books that I have gathered from Audible Originals have been like the big theatrical performances of a story.
Yep.
And also you're eligible to, do things like purchase extra credits and get access to the 2-for-1 credit sales, all those sorts of things. Literally the day after, if it was not the same day that we recorded the episode, the day after we recorded the episode, Audible goes in and changes their plans completely to a whole new setup. The silver plan, I don't even think you can call customer service anymore and get that plan. From my understanding of chatting with an Audible customer representative yesterday. And they're also taking, for anybody on the silver plan, they're taking away all of the things that I told you were great about being on that plan. Getting the credit every other month is awesome, but also even the months you don't pay for a credit, you still can get Audible Originals. Well, starting October 1st, that will no longer be true. So they completely wrecked everything I told you guys. So now you have Audible Premium. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get this right. Audible Premium, which is $8 a month. That gives you access to the Audible Premium catalog, which is a selection of handpicked books by Audible that you're allowed to, they say stream, and I guess you can technically stream them because inside of the app, you can just hit the play button on one of these books and it'll start playing. You don't even have to download it. Also gives you access to the Audible podcast, which I have not checked out at all. Side note, we should maybe investigate, like, what is Audible Podcasts anyway? Like, is it like a thing like Spotify where you just need to put your show in there? Or is it like a
curated group of podcasts specific? I have no clue because I've never listened to them.
Yeah.
I know they're there. I just haven't listened to them.
Yeah, me either. But you get access to their podcast and all that. What you don't get for $8 a month is a credit. So you're basically paying for anybody familiar with the Escape package, which used to be called the Romance package, which may be named something different by the time this comes out, which was, a big wide selection of books in the romance genre that you could just pick from, and download, to your device and listen to, and then, remove it from your device, download new books. The Audible Premium catalog seems very much like that idea, just broadened out to cover just about all categories in Audible. Then we get into the really confusing part, right? Audible Premium, right? This is Audible Premium. I just explained to you. Well, there's Audible Premium Plus. 2 plans of Audible Premium Plus. One is what used to be known as the Gold plan. So that's $15 a month for 1 credit each month and access to all the other stuff that I just mentioned you get with Audible Premium. And then Audible Premium Plus 2 credits, which is what used to be the Platinum plan. So you get 2 credits a month for $23, in addition to everything else I just mentioned with the Audible Premium package. Just as a note, you do not get free access to the Audible Escape /romance/ whatever the hell it's probably called by the time this actually publishes. You don't get free access to
packages. You still got to pay $13 for that a month, I think it is.
If you're an Audible member, it only costs you $6.95.
Oh, Okay, good to know.
You can pay for it as a standalone package by itself. Yeah, I think it's like $13. Also, I think I'm not certain on this. I think if you're a Audible Premium subscriber at $8, you also get that discount for the Escape package. But it is still a separate package purchase.
Should we add one more level of complexity to this entire debacle?
Absolutely not.
So when I went to sign up for the trial for Mallory yesterday, it said because you're an Amazon Prime member, you get 2 credits for the price of 1 credit with Audible Premium Plus. But your summary page still shows only 1 credit, but they gave her 2 credits for the trial. So we'll follow up next month and let you guys know for sure what she gets.
Because that's basically what happened to me. So I got shifted to a trial since I had already paid for my credit for the month. And so, yeah, we'll follow up in October and let you know. Actually, it's funny. Me and Mike ended up starting our new Audible Premium Plus subscriptions on the same day. This was not a discussion that was had between the two of us.
It was had after both of us signed up.
Yeah, though. Mike reached out and was like, so Audible really screwed up their plans. I don't understand. But apparently you get 2 credits if you're Audible, if you're Amazon Prime. I was like, wait, what? How the hell did Mike get that? Let me call Mike. Mike, what did you do? And I was like, well, maybe that's why I got 2 credits when I did it too then. I don't know. But we will follow up on that for sure. Audible, if you happen to listen, anybody knows somebody at Audible, this shit is really confusing. I just want you to know that. You're not helping your customers with this at all. I actually kind of understand the whole setup and know all of the names of the different packages, and it still can be confusing to try to explain to a person. Pretty sure Tia does not have any idea what the hell we just paid for.
Well, of course not. It's in a trial. She might know when you pay in October, though.
No, I mean, she doesn't understand what we have. Like, she's still slightly confused about how this whole thing works because it is confusing.
And I got a pleasant, I'm not sure if it's a pleasant surprise, but remember the surprise that I got for the last phone call I called you? Apparently, if you set up an Amazon Prime household, you can choose to share your purchases, which, because Amazon owns Audible, include your Audible purchases. So the book Mallory got showed up in my library yesterday. I'm like, what is this? Oh, that's the book that she wanted. So, and then she texts me, she goes, why do I have, I think it was like 28 or 20, it was 29. Why do I have 29 books in my library? I've only bought 1. Are we charged for all these? And then I realized that we were sharing books.
That is a nice advantage of
it is.
The Amazon household setup. This is a thing that you can adjust, so you can go in and say don't share any content. I think it covers, so there's options. One is books and media, I think, or something like that. One is apps. If you use the Amazon App Store on any device, I don't. I never have, actually. And then there's also games, which I guess also come through the Amazon App Store. But you can go in and turn those off, or you could, if you really want to be tedious, you can go through and say, well, I want to share this book, but not these books. So just individually select the books that you want to share is also an option. Like Mike set up, I have mine set up to just share everything across the 2 libraries, which was why the Audible Silver thing was working quite well for us. Yeah. Because if we happen to have one of those crossover books that we both read, well, then nobody had to switch accounts to look at it. Anyway, Audible. Thanks, Audible. Appreciate it. I guess I'll be happier about it if I do actually get 2 credits on October 6th, though.
Right, because then you're saving money compared to what it would have been.
Yeah. Although now it makes me wonder, if you go up to what used to be the Platinum plan, did you get 4 credits a month if you're a Prime member?
Good call. What used to be called the Platinum plan. Yeah. I was going to say, you mean the Premium plus 2 plus whatever.
Yeah, look, they don't even make a distinction. Like, it's like Audible Premium plus 1 credit, Audible Premium plus 2 credits. It's like you couldn't do anything else with that. That's it. Oh, I know what it is though. Everybody's doing plus at the end of their stuff. So they wanted to get in on the bandwagon. They felt like they were left out because there's Apple TV Plus and Peacock Premium Plus and
Hulu Plus, I think.
And so they were left out of the Plus stuff. Disney Plus.
Maybe it does make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. It just explains why they probably did it.
So another subscription that that I pay for, and I didn't even think about it last episode, was the Aweber subscription that I'm paying for, and Pinecast, which is the podcasting platform that I'm paying for right now as well. I'm technically paying for 2 podcasting platforms, but I'm not going to get into the convoluted reasoning behind that because I don't even understand why well, yeah, I do. I was trying Pinecast, and I haven't canceled the other one yet because I just haven't yet. So, but Aweber is a great email marketing tool that will let you build out a digital marketing campaign or series of messages to go out to people who choose to sign up on your list. And in addition, you can also, most importantly, see who's opening your messages and who's clicking links. So that's $19 a month. There are some free solutions. As a matter of fact, Aweber offers a free plan. I have no familiarity with that because that's something they started 2 months ago, I think. But do you have any familiar with it? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I have set a couple of people up on the free plan. It's actually pretty nice. I don't know offhand what you don't get with free that you get. I know you have a restricted number of subscribers.
And you don't get campaigns.
You don't get campaigns.
Yep.
But what you
so
do
automated follow-ups for those who don't know what that is.
Yeah. What you do get, however, that I think is extremely useful is the ability to still segment your list. So it's very important if you have multiple sign-up forms or you're running different promotions or you talk about different things on the site, that you allow people to choose a segment. So if you're selling a product, for example, and someone buys your product, you no longer want that person to continue to get your marketing emails for the same product that they've already bought. So segmenting your list allows you to tag this person as having bought said product. So the free plan is pretty full featured. You still get access to landing pages, which is a handy feature that Aweber offers to build your own landing page, and they can host it. Or I know for certain if you have a WordPress site and you use their plugin, you can actually host a landing page on your WordPress site.
And they will give you HTML, so you can throw that into an HTML site or any other tool that will support HTML. And I believe they even have a Java version. So if you make updates on the form, they'll dynamically update, so you don't have to go repaste that new code. That would not be the case if you choose to just use the HTML version of the form. But needless to say, it's an amazing service, and I'm proudly using it. So those who may not know, I was using Aweber from 2012 to 2016. Aweber launched their visual campaigns feature in 2016, and I realized it wasn't very accessible at the time. And I was helping a friend with her ConvertKit account, and we were doing a Google, well, back then it was called Hangouts on Air because it was a YouTube live stream thing. And I was doing a screen share with her and going in and making some changes to her ConvertKit account. And I realized, I'm like, man, this is super simple to use. Like, I like this clean interface. So I dropped Aweber and jumped over to ConvertKit, started paying $10 more a month. Well, about 2018, it might have been 17, but I think it was 18. In June, ConvertKit released their visual campaigns, or visual automation is what they called it, feature. And that turned out not to be accessible. And I used ConvertKit for about a year and a half after that, and then realized, hey, what I'm doing is, mainly because I still could add follow-up sequences to a form, but then they deprecated that feature, and you had to use the visual automations feature. And so that's kind of why I dropped ConvertKit, went back over to Aweber. Though it's not 100% accessible, it's a lot more of a pleasant experience. I can set up automations, and as I tell people, map out what you want your automation to be in like a notepad in Markdown or in Word. So you could say, when someone is tagged with this tag, send this message and have the subject line in there. And keep writing those down, because you can add stuff to your automations. You can build it out. You can delete stuff. You cannot reorganize stuff in an automation. So if you have it mapped out, you can just go in and build that automation out and you're good to go. So that's why I'm using Aweber's, because I can actually do the stuff that I needed to. And if you want to support the show, head on over to
yourownpay.com/Aweber.
DM55 is where I was going to say.
Oh. I thought you were trying to trying to come up with a short, like, wait, what is my short link to AWeber? I was like, man, look, we're going to fix our
all right, so take yourownpay.com/DM55. We'll edit that.
Head over to yourownpay.com/DM55 and click on the AWeber link, and that will take you there. Yeah. And Mike will get a bit of referral money if you become a paying customer. As a side note, for AWeber affiliates, their referral program, if someone signs up free today or tomorrow, whenever they hear this, and then, 6 months down the road, they become a paid member, you still get credit for that.
Yep.
You as a customer are not charged anymore for the referral program. Like, you're going to pay what you're going to pay. AWeber, as most affiliate programs work, they take a portion of their proceeds and share it with Michael for referring you as a customer.
Because it's cheaper than paying for ads to acquire new customers.
It most certainly is. Especially in a crowded space like email marketing tools.
Yes.
I do not want to see the click per acquisition costs on those.
Right. So that's all the follow-up I have. Did you have anything else you want to follow up with, or we can get into these topics down here? And I threw a new one in there on you. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I just opened it. I opened the doc like right after we jumped on. So no, I hadn't even looked at it. I figured you were going to throw something in because you asked me where it was. Nope, I do not have any other follow-up topics.
You've been listening to Your Own Pay Podcast. If you've enjoyed today's episode, visit yourownpay.com/cast for exclusive content and to contact us today. We're eager to hear your thoughts and about how you're making this podcast your own. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon. The Your Own Pay Podcast, yourownpay.com.